Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. And yes, we're filming in the bathroom. Today is very exciting as not only will I share my latest and greatest updated wash and go routine, it is in partnership with the AQUIS Hair Turban towel. Man, we got a lot to talk about. I've been playing with applying my styling products on damp hair for quite some time now. I wanted to feel it out, see how my hair reacted to it, because as you know, someone has a history of just drenching their hair in water while in the wash and go stages. I'll take you through steps of my new updated wash and go routine, talk about the hair towel, the science behind it, what it is designed to do, and how your hair health can improve from using it. Without further ado, if you want to see how I've been doing my wash and goes as of late, want to see how I use the AQUIS Hair Turban and the results I get from it and how I got here, then please keep on watching. You know how many times during a wash and go I mentioned that I have to keep wetting my hair. If I don't apply product to soaking wet hair, I'm just not going to get great results. Here enters the AQUIS towel. Believe it or not, AQUIS is the pioneer for hair turban technology, as well as the actual hair turban design. What does it do exactly? Let's find out. What is the AQUIS Hair Turban actually tackling? Water damage. Who knew about water damage? I didn't know about water damage. I thought water can't be bad. It helps us wash our hair. It helps us style our hair so it looks beautiful and frizz-free. I had no idea in my entire life, all my wash and goes I've ever done, that my poor hair was undergoing water damage. My perspective changed. I looked into what water damage is. I went onto naturalcurly.com and encountered an article written by Tanya McKay Becker. I will make sure to link that article down below. Here she breaks down what water damage is, what is actually happening to your hair at a molecular level when it is wet. What does happen when your hair is wet? Typically, healthy hair only absorbs around 31% of its weight in water. Unhealthy hair, like when my hair was blonde, could absorb up to 50%, maybe 60%. Why is that a problem? It decreases its tensile strength. What is that? Tensile strength is the largest amount of force that can be applied to an object being stretched or pulled until it breaks. Hair is actually quite strong. It's made out of keratin. Keratin is also in your skin and nails. But what happens to your nails when you take a shower for way too long? They get thin and weak and peely. The same thing happens to your hair. It's harder to see, of course, because the strand is very small, but that is exactly what's happening to your cuticle. It's being raised, being more susceptible to frizz, damage, and breakage. How can we decrease the risk of breakage? That's where this baby comes in. This hair turban is designed to bring your hair from wet to damp very quickly. But what about all the microfiber towels, the t-shirt hack? You know what I'm talking about. Although these materials might not be as rough as a regular towel, the microfiber and the t-shirt hack, they still don't tackle the problem, which is again to prevent water damage from happening. How is that achieved? Well, the fibers, they're called Aquatex. So fancy. They're designed to absorb water 5 times faster than regular cotton. And what's so marvelous about this turban, not only will you see immediate results, over time you'll see your hair become smoother, shinier, more manageable, and less damaged. And because of its Aquatex fibers, it allows your hair to not absorb as much water as it wants to on its own, especially if it's super damaged. And it helps restore hair to its natural state without messing with your hair texture. It absorbs the excess water without frizz, friction, damage, or breakage. And because your hair is less wet and is at a damp state, it's easier to style, it dries faster, and the problem really is when, as you've seen in my older videos, my hair will be left wet for a long period of time. And again, when it is in that vulnerable state, the hair is heavier, is more prone to breakage and damage, is actually not doing very well in that portion of time while it's drying. And then people rely on the hot tools, hair dryers, curling irons to dry their hair faster when actually these hot tools are designed to dry your hair from a damp state, not a soaking wet one. And when hair is exposed to heat, in a wet state, the cuticle is up, it's like, come to mama, damage me some more. That's what we're trying to avoid. The Aquatix fibers allow the hair cuticles to lie flat, making it much smoother. If you do decide to use just a touch of heat, just a touch, your hair is not going to be as susceptible to damage if you were to dry your hair when it was super wet. Because of all these benefits, the AQUIS hair towel then reduces your drying time down to 50%. Not bad. It reduces heat damage because, again, takes it from wet to damp very quickly. It reduces the need for any heat styling or any smoothing styling products that might have silicones in them. If you color your hair, color will stay vibrant for longer. It makes styling faster and easier, and that is the truth, and overall improves your hair's manageability. Users of the AQUIS hair towel have experienced healthier and more nourished hair, less damage, felt that they didn't need to dry their hair for a long period of time, that they could cut down on that time. Felt that it was easier to manage, easier to style. Those who color their hair felt the color lasted longer, and the hair looked less frizzy. And you're like, how is this possible? It's a towel. Like, what are you doing? I've used this towel several times before I filmed this video. I wanted to experience it firsthand. I tried it with several products because this was a very hard thing for me to do. Because you know, I am on the road to healthier, longer, better hair. And I will do whatever it takes for me to achieve that. When using the towel, gently squeeze out the excess water, flip the hair over, take your turban, gently wrap your hair with it, and then wait until it's damp. For my hair type, I would say when I get out of the shower, lotion up, and then around that time my hair is ready to be styled. What I was blown away by was how good my hair looked when I took the towel off. Although it was damp, it didn't look frizzy. It actually looked quite shiny. My hair texture was intact. I saw my curl pattern very clearly. It almost just like it says that it's designed to do. It just takes away that excess water and allows your hair to breathe. When I styled my hair and I encountered any dry portions, I would just wet it with water. And again, when your hair is super wet and you're handling it, finger raking through product, it's more susceptible to damage and breakage in that state. And the AQUIS hair towel allows for more manageable styling simply because your hair is not as prone to breakage because it is damp instead of super wet. And I know you're like, how can you put on a cream when your hair is damp? We got a hack. I gotta figure it out. We'll get to that in a second. I just gently portioned my hair after I took off the AQUIS hair turban. I found that with using the AQUIS hair turban that I portioned less. I first applied my Decadence leave-in to tackle any tangles or snarls that might have been left behind. Then I take my super cream, but this is what I do. I take my super cream or whatever styler you have, whether it's a gel or a cream or custard. I wet the styler with either your favorite leave-in, in this case it is a leave-in and detangler, and that will allow the formula to emulsify a bit more. And if you are in need of a little bit of more water for better smoothing, that's how you do it. Before, I was just dousing my hair in water and making it super wet, and there it taking longer to dry. Because again, I was led to believe in my natural hair journey, it is important that you apply product to super wet hair. And when I read the directions on how to use the AQUIS hair turban, I panicked a little bit because I am 3C4A. She could get a little wild, and sometimes water does help the product smooth through my hair better. But if we could work the system, if you are inclined to use water during your styling, I would recommend that you use a solution that's detangling and chock full of hydrating ingredients. As you know, I love my Jane Carter solution as well, Leave-In Revitalize, and it's more wet than like a milkier consistency leave-in conditioner. I would then again spray that to my favorite styler, cream or gel, that will add the bit of wetness without just wreaking total havoc on my hair. And over time, the more you use the AQUIS hair turban, the better your hair health will be. And that's extraordinary because all this from a towel? And I love how my hair turned out today. I mean, it is bouncy, it's shiny, it has great movement, it has great shape. And it was tough for me to adapt to this new method simply because I've been used to applying styling products to super wet hair for a very long time. I had no idea about water damage and what I was what damage I was causing during that process. And when AQUIS reached out to me and I read their product description and what the hair turban was designed to do, that's when I researched what water damage is. How can you prevent it? What is actually happening during that water damage time? And even before, when I received the hair turban, I experimented with the microfiber towels that I've already had. I experimented with applying product to damp hair instead of super wet hair, and it was tough. I wanted to research and have that trial and error period because I knew my hair would still look beautiful even if I applied products to it damp. And listen, if that's not your jam, if you experimented with applying product to damp hair and you're not about it, then that's fine. The differences between the AQUIS hair turban and a regular microfiber towel is that the material from the AQUIS hair turban is just more technologically advanced than a microfiber one. And you saw how smooth and shiny my hair is when I removed the hair turban. And it is helpful when you are traveling, if you're on the beach, you're swimming, or your hair gets wet, what have you, and you're like, I don't have any product. What am I gonna do? You could throw this sucker on, it's gonna smooth your hair, reduce frizz, prevent breakage, and cut your drying time in half. And you can wear your hair out fancy free. That's what I plan to do if I ever find myself in a situation where I don't have product, my hair is wet. What am I gonna do? Make sure I have this baby on hand. This also comes in a big towel design if you have longer hair, thick hair that just needs more material to work with. I love the hair turban because it's easy to put on. I could do my thing after I slapped it on and then just take it off very carefully and do my thing with styling. So what do we learn today? Water is hair's natural enemy, unfortunately. We need it, we can't stick with it for a long time. Doing whatever we can to reduce water damage for faster drying and better styling and overall improved hair health. I'm very excited on this new wash and go journey that I am embarking on. I love to learn more about my hair every single day, and when I encounter hair products that will allow my hair to be its best, to grow healthy, to be less damaged, I'm all for it. Thank you friends so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. A huge thank you again to AQUIS for partnering with me on this video. And until next time, I'll see you on here again with another review, get ready with me, chit chat, or styling video. Take care and I'll see you again soon.